Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will show you how to create Photoshop level thumbnails for free with ChatGPT. So by the end of this video, you will be able to create any thumbnail without paying or waiting for days on end. Whether you are a content creator, a YouTuber or a digital marketer, you will be able to see how you can create stunning looking thumbnails. So we will create 4 $100 plus thumbnails live using ChatGPT and customize them each step of the way. You will see how to replicate viral trends, transform hand-drawn sketches, craft a dynamic crime documentary style thumbnail, and even get a behind the screen look at how we create this video's thumbnail. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right in. So for the very first example, we will be using a random thumbnail that I got on YouTube of a tech channel, and now I will change this to my own liking. The changes that I made was I just simply needed different type of fonts in the hand, as you can see right over here. So all you have to do is just simply describe what you want. So first you have to upload the image directly. Just simply drag it onto the chat and upload the image. Now to start modifying the image, what you have to do is first click on this 3 dots and choose create image. Then this create image option will appear right over here. Then whatever you will type over here in this blank section, it will be recognized as a command that you are giving for creating an image. So I just simply gave it a simple command of changing the phone to a Samsung phone and a Huawei phone, as you can see right over here. And I also specified what type of color I want in the phones. Then just after a single command, it gave you exactly what you wanted, as you can see right over here. But as you can see, there are still many issues, like the arrows are being cut and the background is also being cut, and there is a lot of clutter behind the phones, and also the camera is not perfect. So the next thing that you want to do is you have to fix some issue. So there is one thing that you should remember: whenever you will try to fix a issue, make sure to do it one by one. Let's say, for example, there are too many issues right now. So what you have to do is first fix a single issue, like for example, the camera issue. So for doing that, all you have to do is click on the image, then choose this selection tool at the top. Then a brush looking option will appear right over here, as you can see. Now just simply highlight the camera portion. And then just simply type over here what type of issue you want to fix. Like for example, the Huawei phone only has 2 cameras. So just simply type that over here and then it will generate it or fix it, which you can see. So as you can see, this is the command that I gave. And I also asked it to remove the background text, which you can see right over here. There are no more text. But as you can see clearly, the camera isn't fixed. So I again did the same thing by highlighting the camera. And this time I just simply gave a single command. This will make this a 2 camera lens, as you can see right over here. And then it gave me the perfect result, which you can see right over here. Now, once I have the perfect phones, the next thing I asked it to add the numbers or the model numbers of the phone in the background. So, for example, for Samsung, it is S24 and for Huawei, it is 70. So, just simply ask it, as you can see right over here. And then it gave you some results, which you can clearly see it's not the best one. Now, the next thing I asked it to fix this, as you can see right over here. I asked it specifically to add S24 on the left hand side and 70 on the right hand side and blend them properly. Then as you can see, it did exactly like that. But as you can see, it is still blended with the background, but not perfectly. And the number placements are also not good. So in the next segment, you describe what you want perfectly. Like for example, first tell it that the number that you added or your element that you added is not visible properly. And if you want anything specific with the numbers, like for example, if you want the numbers to be together, you have to specify that, as you can see right over here. Now, once you will do this, you will also see that the numbers are now together, but few numbers are not visible. So just will describe that and make sure to always remind it, don't make any other changes. So sometimes what ChatGPT will do is it will make the changes that you asked, but it will also modify some extra parts. So to remind ChatGPT always, just simply tell, don't make any other changes besides the only changes you want. Once you do this, it will give you the result. As you can see, it is clearly getting better. But in this one, you will see the 70 is not symmetrical to S24. So just simply ask it to make it symmetrical. And then as you can see, it is now symmetrical and both visible. But in this one, the blending is not that great. So just simply ask it to blend more perfectly. As you can see, Now they are both perfect. Now the next thing that I want is to highlight the main fonts. So what you can do is just simply ask for a glow or a back glow. As you can see, once you do this, it will give you a back glow. But you can see clearly the glow is way too intense and the text itself are getting affected. So the next thing that you can do is you can just simply ask it to slightly decrease the glow. And it will do exactly that, as you can see right over here. As you can see, it made the perfect glow, but there was one mistake. That is adding the model number behind, which you can see right over here. So just simply ask it to remove it, and then it will give you the best result, as you can see right over here. But again, it did the same mistake of changing the location for the background text, as you can see right over here. So just simply ask it to fix that, and then you will have your final result, as you can see right over here. So this was the first example where you can replicate a trending thumbnail and change the stuff in it for your own need. You can also change the person if you want to. Just simply add a green screen person and ask it to change it for you, and it will do it. Now in the next example, I'll show you how I turned a rough hand-drawn sketch into a professional thumbnail. So I'll start with the initial sketch, which you can see right over here, and add custom prompts. So the prompts I used were very simple, which you can see right over here. Turn this into a hyper-realistic 1920 by 1080 thumbnail. You can change the resolution, whatever resolution you want, you can add it. And what are the specific things I want in this thumbnail? For example, make the car, which is this thing right over here. This car should be the latest model of Lamborghini, as you can see. Near the tire, I want a text effect, which will be named as new feature and arrow pointing towards the tire. And in the background, I want a Lamborghini headquarter office, which you can see right over here. Now, as you can see, at the very first gave you exactly that. So just a single command and it gave you from this rough sketch to this professional looking thumbnail, which you can see right over here. Now this is perfect as it is, but there are a few more changes that I want. For example, I want the background to be blurred out. So I just simply ask it to slightly blur the background, and you will notice that it disturbed the hair, as you can see right over here. So what you can do is just simply select the image, then highlight this portion and just simply tell it to fix the hair to the original image. It will sometimes do the mistake of changing the entire face. All you have to do is just simply correct it and it will fix everything for you. Now, as you can see, this is the final look of a simple sketch which I gave earlier, which you can see is not even a good sketch. With this example, you can see how much powerful the latest ChatGPT model is. Now, let's dive into creating a crime documentary style thumbnail. So for this design, I am aiming for a dark, dramatic look that immediately sets a mysterious tone. So I use descriptive cues like moody, cinematic, gritty when I was trying to generate the image. The result is going to be a striking thumbnail that really captures the attention. So first, there are a few prompts in this particular style that you should use in order to get the best result. So as you can see, this is the simple prompt right over here. You can copy it directly from the screen, or you can also find it in the description box below. So I just simply told ChatGPT what type of image I want to create right over here. Then it gave a simple outline describing everything. For example, what is the video about? What are the key subjects? Any specific emotion that you want to evoke? And any text that you want on the thumbnail. So to get the best result, you have to add as much detail as you possibly can. So when you will do this, your outcome will be much better. So this is the detail I gave. For example, a story of a young girl who disappeared in Chicago, and also gave some key subjects like missing girl, kidnapping, disappearance, and also gave few clues like the first uncle was a fraud, second uncle was a suspect of ongoing murder case, and the aunt was a drug addict. And the main protagonist was the detective, as you can see right over here. Now, I also specified what type of emotion I want to evoke, which you can see right over here. Anger, mystery, helplessness, fear, regret, revenge. Now, over here, we add what type of text you want in the thumbnail. It will show right over here. And for the colors, I told ChatGPT to pick what will look the best. So once I gave all the instructions, I just simply asked ChatGPT if it understands everything or not. Then ChatGPT will give you a rough outline of exactly everything that is going to happen, which you can see right over here, the thumbnail strategy, the key visual layers, as you can see right over here, the type of things that will be happening in the thumbnail. So for this particular image, I wanted to create in a layer-based compositions. Like for example, I want to create a single layer one by one, and then in the end, I want to composite all of it. So it will have a very good depth in the end. And I also specified what type of thumbnail I want right over here. For example, the detective is the main protagonist of the thumbnail. So the main camera focus will be on it, which you can see right over here. Then after ChatGPT understand everything, it will give you the breakdown of all the layers that we are going to create. First, it will be the foreground. As you can see, this is the layer 1, then the layer 2, and the 3 and 4 and 5. You can clearly see it described every single layer and what each layer will do. Now, once we have described all the layers, the next thing that you have to do is you have to create the layers. So once ChatGPT understood everything, I just simply asked it to create a simple outline after getting all the information. So this is the result that it gave, which you can see it is quite nice, but not the perfect one. So we will have to refine this thumbnail. So once the outline is made, as you can see, this is what we are going for. Now it's time to start with the thumbnail. So first I ask it to create the layer 1, which is the detective or the foreground. So as you can see, this is the first outcome. And I ask it to make a human-like realistic version. So this is what it came out with, and it is the perfect one. So once you will do this, make sure to tell ChatGPT that it is perfect and lock this image or remember the layer 1. And then ChatGPT will remember the layer 1, which is this one right over here. And then go with the layer 2, which you can see. You can directly copy the layer 2 information and paste it right over here. Or you can just simply highlight that and reply it right over here, which you can see I have done that. Now just simply told to create a hyper realistic image for layer 2, and this is what it came out with. Now this is not the best one, but as you can see, it clearly looks much better than the outline. Now in this particular layer, I wanted extra details, as you can see right over here, but you will see that the ChatGPT have again created the detective, which we don't want. So just simply click on the image, then click on the selection tool and highlight the person that you want to remove from the image, and just simply type it right over here, and it will remove the person, which you can see right over here. Now once you have the perfect image for the layer 2, just simply add it to lock it, which you can see right over here, and it will lock the image. Now I asked to create a crime scene photo. So as you can see, it did the exact thing after pasting the layer 3, which we provided earlier, and this is a perfect example as well. But then I asked GPT to merge this particular image and the layer 2 together. So as you can see, it tried that, but it's the best result. So what I did next is I just simply download the layer 2 and the layer 3 together, and then told merge them into hyper realistic image, which you can see it did. And again, it did the same mistake and added the detective. So again, do the same thing and remove the detective. And then you will have the perfect background, which you can see right over here, including a layer 3 image added in it. Now once you have the layer 3 image added, just simply log that in, which you can see right over here. And then just move to the layer 4. And for the layer 4, it's going to be the lighting and atmosphere of the image. So this is the atmosphere I wanted, which you can see in the prompt. And as you can see, it gave the result. Again, the same mistake, it added the detective. Just remove it. And I also want a different type of lighting. So as you can see, just simply ask ChatGPT to change the lighting for you. And then once we'll get that, simply ask ChatGPT to give you the final render, composing all the layers together. And then you might get sometimes this type of error, as you can see. And all you have to do is just simply click yes, render again, or try again, or something like that. Now it will give you the final composition, as you can see. So in this particular final composition, you can see there are many errors. Like for example, there is a text on it, and the lighting is also changed. So tell ChatGPT what you want to remove, as you can see right over here. Make sure to do it one by one. Like for example, I want to remove the lighting, text, and the detective, all of it. But make sure to ask one by one, because if you ask a lot of things at the same time, ChatGPT sometimes get confused and it will try to fix everything, and in the process it will mess a lot more. So first I asked it to remove the text, then I asked it to change the camera location to keep the detective centered as the main focal point. Then I asked it to change the lighting, which you can see right over here. And then finally I just simply asked to add a depth between the background and the detective by adding camera blur. And then, as you can see, again, there appear. All you have to do is click on try again. And then finally, you will get the best result, as you can see right over here. As you can see, this is the result that you get after few layers of composition. And this is the outline that the ChatGPT gave in the first. So this is the difference of composition of different layers in ChatGPT, as you can see right over here. And now for the thumbnail, I just simply use all the three methods that I showed before and created three different type of thumbnails. Like for example, this is the first thumbnail, this is the second thumbnail, and this is the third thumbnail. And then I just simply grouped all the three thumbnails into a one big thumbnail, which will look something like this. As you can see, this will be our main thumbnail. So that's it. Now you know how to use the latest ChatGPT 4.0 image generator. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more helpful videos. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.